Didn't you get the memo? I'm dealing with you guys next episode. Go away! Let me up the hill! No! 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 How does he hit so hard with a normal bow? Haha! Surprise attack! Got him! Hello and welcome to the realm of Midgard. That's right, this is Chapter 2, Episode 1, back from our realm. Last time, Athika and Mr. Poranger and myself took on the End Dragon, a Wither Boss, and a raid over in the end to finish up our season finale. And we've all decided that now we're going to be moving out of the spawn village and taking on our own little village project and seeing how we can build up our own little sort of settlement. But why am I over here in the industrial area? And that's right, I have pancake wings. Well, to answer the first question, we need some locator maps for our project for what we're doing today, which is, getting a layout of, our land where we've set up our village and see what we've got there space-wise to do. And maps are a great way to do that, so we're going to build up a bit of a map wall today, as well as plan out what we're going to do with our village. Now, the second one is, between the episodes, the three of us went over and did a bit of end raiding. That took 3 hours to find 3 ships. We found a lot of nothing and, just void for, just ages, as well as Enderman. But yeah, so what I'm going to do now is I'm going to quickly collect up the supplies we need from here to get our compasses, which is paper, redstone, and iron. So we need the iron and the redstone to make a compass. Then we need the paper to make a map. Put them together, we get our locator map. And over here, we have everything farmed up for us. So, let me collect that up, and then I'm going to send you away to watch what I've condensed into the highlights of that end raid with you guys. And then I'll meet you over at our new village. So, enjoy the raid.
Let's continue going that way, because the way I said will be...
I don't have any McFerren, so unless you guys got one.
I got one.
Here you go.
Oh, are you guys fair? Thanks, man.
I like how we've already ditched using the bridges and the blocks we brought.
Hey! Look where I landed! Beat that!
I didn't beat it, and like, spot-wise, but I made it further inland.
You guys like play some blocks in unison too while you sing, which is just great.
Are we on the moon?
We are. Ah! Yes!
Oh, yep,
City
got
end.
one.
I can make that sound too.
I almost did it again.
Come on, I want you to do it. I want you to hit me. Come on, do it. Hit me. Hit me.
And I'm out. I didn't break any of it.
Can't parkour when all the parkour's been blocked
Why did you
off.
pearl over there, dude?
Because I ran out of blocks.
I have blocks still.
Oh.
I have blocks. Who's taking the first elytra?
I thought you said Athika could have it.
Yeah.
Okay. Just confirming that one before I pick it up. I had a feeling that's what you were going for, because if you weren't here, then that's the
priorities. Rah!
This is the mouth open. This is
God damn.
Rah!
Bust heavy.
Oh, my head. Oh
Five
man.
and 10 each.
Whoa! There was 3 in this one spot.
Holy shit!
Ranger,
It's a small room and there's like 6 of them in here.
are you seeing that each one of them has 3 spawned with it?
Oh yeah, I'm killing multiple with it. 2, 3, 4,
Yeah.
5, 6. I just killed 6 in one.
Oh shit.
That's to the ship, okay? Leave that
that's
for
where I'm
last.
gonna go.
That's where you want to go?
Yeah, that's where I'm going.
Okay.
He wants to go get the elytra.
Shit!
See ya.
So that whole race here, and yeah, it's just sitting behind it.
Yeah, I knocked it off. Go on, get it.
You got here first. The whole reason why I was racing up here is to try and get to that.
Do you want any of the loot? Because I don't.
Dragon head though.
Oh yeah, I got the last dragon head.
Yeah, I'm taking this one. I'm going back down and I'm gonna get out of the pedal real quick.
Hey, Ranger,
What?
come up here.
That as I jump halfway down.
There's an ender pearl up here for you. Love you. What?
It went straight over the ship.
What do you mean?
The pearl went straight over the ship.
Where are you? Are you down there?
In this little chasm on the other side.
Hey, let me get my spyglass. Can I see you?
You'll see me dragging my ass out of it. Now I'm making my way back to the end city.
Wait, are you all the way across? Oh! Where'd that go? Shoot again? Shoot again, I don't know where you are.
I was directly underneath you, if that's how you reacted.
Ah. Well, do you want me to get this elytra for you?
Attack by Enderman. Yeah. Get it and bring it down, I'm going up there now. And this Enderman gives me 4 pearls. Yay! Okay, I'm now looking for the portal out of here.
Alright, so, welcome back. I hope you kind of enjoyed that little bit of a cutaway from our adventures in the end. I still can't believe that we found one of those end cities that had like 4 to 5. Rain even found 6 shackles in one spot, so it was just, yeah, it was a bit of a weird but very resource. Wow, words. New season, still same words. Damn. But it was very good to collect all the shuckle shells to make some shuckle boxes, which we'll be using a little bit later on. Now, let's head over to our new home. Just over this way, as we said when we went off to look at the end portal. As we fly over on, you will see that here lies our village. Over there is where the end portal was. So we've got a nice little border from where it starts to go to a very snowy biome. And yeah, so welcome to Foxwood. Working name, I know, but hey, that's what I'm going to call this project. So, my idea now is, as you can see this cartography table, is to set up a few maps and really map out this area and see what space we've got to work with. Then I'm going to copy that map, make a locked copy, so we've got one how this looks forever. And then I think I'm going to go down and maybe cut down some trees so we can mark out where our new buildings and our roads are going to go. So, let's build up our map of our area. Jump down. So before I just jump straight into making this map, let's actually walk around, and as you can see, we have a zombie village. Now, I don't think any of our former residents have managed to survive. Let's look around. So obviously this is where the sort of natural entrance is, and no, we've got no one. So I think we are alone in this village, which is a bit of a shame, but we can, you know, bring some over, or we can find some zombies and cure them now that we have access to potions. Got a little town hall, little town bell there. Anything in here? Is that the too tall? No, just a normal fern. Ooh, we got a nice little spot down a little pond over here. This looks cool. Some potatoes. Okay. It's a bit more of a in the hillside, alright. Okay, got some stuff here we can play around with. Oh, and look, there's a fox already. Let's make ourselves 16 locator maps. Now, the first one's going to be a test because I don't know, can't remember how big it's going to be. So let's see. Let's open it up over near our bell. And oh, that's reasonable size. I don't think we need to extend that. Alright, so as you can see, I've now managed to collect up our little map wall. It's a 3x3 sort of grid for the maps, and as you can see, we have started to touch on the land, or the area that is Midgard, so spawn. So we're not necessarily going to build up in all of this area, but this just gives us a really good sort of overview of, you know, the space that we have and the potential of what we can build. Now, as you see up here, we've got the little fishing shack that Attica had made early on in, you know, season 1, and that will still stay there. I'll just probably work around it, maybe make up a nice little pathway to it, and yeah. So, looking at this, we've sort of got a nice little stretch here, which is all going to be the spruce forest. We step into a little bit of plains and that over here, and we've got a lot of snow surrounding us. Now, that's going to be good for the moment because in this update of Minecraft, the only way you can get the powdered snow is by putting some cauldrons over in the sort of snowy biomes. When it rains, it'll snow and we can fill up the cauldron that way. So I'll probably go get some cauldrons and set them up there to try and get a bit of, you know, that sort of new block. Looking around here, this is a very nice sort of, everything's a bit tight in its space there for the village. So what I'm thinking I might do is have here being the central of the town, and then over here we might start branching out and having it as a bit of a farmland, so have some big paddocks of like wheat fields and potatoes and carrots, all those sort of different farming areas there, because what I want Foxwood to be able to do is provide, you know, spawn, and we've got over there the Ender portal, which we might want to do a project with, but I want to be able to provide those sort of villages with food. And if we keep heading off south, so down that way a bit further on, I know that there's another village there which Attica was wanting to claim, but then he chose to do his bathhouse build over the ocean monument. Wow, I had to completely rethink all of that then. But so hopefully maybe down the line there'll be a collab down there and we can build up that village too. And yeah, then we can be supplying food for all of the, you know, villages within the realm. So I've made a real good start on this. What I do want to do now is just go around and just deforest it all. Yep, that way I've got a whole heap of wood ready to build with, because, well, as you can see, the build palette kind of calls for it a little bit. And then I want to start planning out some sort of stuff. So get some wool in here, mark out where I want some roads, where I want some different buildings, maybe the farmland area. And that's what we're going to try and get done today, is get everything set up so that, you know, each episode we can come over here and go, yep, I'm going to work on that project. It's already marked out where it is, what we've got to do. And yeah, I think it's going to help us move a lot quicker and a lot further on with this sort of village. So I'm now going to cut away again and have the boring task of cutting down all these trees for resources. And then I'll bring it back in when we start marking out what we're going to do. Well, it's now the next day, and, you know, I'm not saying that I bit off more than I could chew, but I didn't get everything, you know, taken down like I would have liked. So I decided to make it a bit more manageable. So the plan was initially to take out all of these trees, then bring you guys back in. I was able to get all of these ones, this one, and this one. So I sort of did this little L sort of shape here, because I sort of thought that that would be a bit more of what we're using to start off with. For example, over here, I want to make it a connecting bridge and bring out all the river so it goes out properly. So our entrance to our village comes up through our farmlands and then into this sort of main town. So, as you can see, I've taken down quite a few trees. Yep, got a lot of leaves and a fair bit of wood. Would have liked a bit more, but you know, it is what it is. But yeah, so in here, because I didn't want to change the map straight away, I wanted to sort of see a bit of the difference. But I have over here the maps of which I was working off. So if we update them now, so it's boom, yep, boom, and where is our lucky last? No, don't go miles higher. Boom. So, it looks quite a bit different now, if I say so myself. As you can see, I've sort of left where the border is. So all along here, the snowy trees are all still there, and I'll go around and collect all of those ones, probably off camera. All the ones in the plains biome, so the oak and the birch trees, they're all still there, and they probably will, because I don't classify that mainly as my area. So it's just this little small triangle there, and up in this space here, which I want to still clear out so we can do everything on this map. Now, while this was happening, it rained, which, as earlier on I was saying, if we could get some rain, put some cauldrons over in that snowy biome behind us, we could get some powdered snow. Now, this happened while I was doing a bit of editing and I was over in the industrial area, but I quickly flew over here, grabbed some buckets and sort of started collecting some, and I had none of my gear set up to record or whatnot, so unfortunately I missed the first part of me collecting it, but I did manage because it was quite a long thunderstorm. So I managed to get a fair bit of powdered snow. I was about to say packed snow. Powdered snow. And yeah, so I caught towards the end of that harvesting sort of session recording. There's no audio, so let me just send you into that so you can see how I was actually surprised how quick these cauldrons was picking up some of this. So while I sleep, let me send you off and you can see that. Like, I don't know if the footage will do it justice, but like, I just could not believe how quick some of those were coming in. For example, we have 1 double chest, 2 double chests, 3 double chests, and a stack plus 9 plus 4. So that was a really cool sort of just out of the blue able to collect that, so I was really happy with that. And now, if we look behind me, you can see that I've got some coloured wool. I keep talking about marking out where we want things to be, and now I think it's time we do it. So if we look over here, I've got my colour coordinated layout. So we're going to have our roads marked out with the white wool. We're going to have our farmland marked out with the red. We're going to have our working buildings, so these might be houses or buildings that I build up for villages possibly in the future for them to actually have a bit more life, so they'll leave where they sleep and then they'll go to their actual workhouse, which I'm thinking might be down there. And then with the work, we have our houses, and they'll be marked out in yellow. And then there's a few waterways which sort of don't quite meet up, but I want to make them meet up. So I've got the blue wool over here to mark them. Bits, for example, would be like along here, I want that to be a full river. It sort of bends down and connects down. And then out of map view, but it's just down there, is a water source which will line up nicely to go into this lake. So I can then make this connect, and we can actually set up like a fishing trade route that goes down here and leads up into this main water source, which actually, heads off down to the other biomes down there, heads up that way towards Midgard and the graveyard and all those sort of areas. So I reckon that'd be a really cool sort of setup to connect into. Again, a big project, but something we're going to work towards. Now, can I fly? There we go. Alright, so it does look a little bit different and much more spacier now that we have removed all these trees. But don't worry, I will be replanting a lot of trees and even giving a crack at making some own custom trees in later builds. But yeah, so as you can see, it's not a massive village, but we're going to make it a massive village. We're going to make this a very cool built up area. So let's get started by me emptying out the junk in my inventory, grabbing some white wool, and let's make a plan of where we want our roads to be. Alright, let's get ready. Oh yeah, I forgot to mention that while we were cutting down all these trees, I got myself a pet dog. I'm calling him Ted. Ted is a beautiful dog, so much better than his brother, who unfortunately decided to kill 2 foxes. So, well, Ted's brother's no longer with us, but Ted's pretty well behaved. He likes to attack chickens. Alright, so if I grab this white wool and we now head over to where I want the entrance to be, I'll just grab a few stacks to be safe. Fly on over. So, as you can see, there's sort of a natural pathway. I mean, I'm going to have to fix up a lot of this land because there's a lot of holes that just lead nowhere, and yeah, I'll fall into them if I don't. So what I'm thinking is I want to sort of set up a bridge that's possibly from, what's this one's on the 70, oh no, let's just go here. It's on 4, so we jump over there. My math. Let's just eyeball it. So basically I want to put in a bridge that goes from here to here. If I can now jump up again. And then I want our way to sort of snake up along through here. And I'm thinking that this pig... So we want our main sort of pathway to come up and along here. Come up through this. Maybe even bring it back down. We can have some farms up there. So I chose white wool for this because, well, as you can tell, I'm going to need a lot of it, and I have a lot of white wool. So we can start to see where our peak is over there. I'm starting to think that I really should have brought that map so I can work ahead in this space while I'm there. So I'll just quickly grab that. I'm loving having the elytra now. My pancake wings. Alright. So yes, we do. We have a nice little dotted out path. Okay. It's gonna... Over here is obviously one of the other maps that we still need to clear out the land, but... Okay, so we're starting to see our nice pathway. I need to go and outline a few more blocks there, which I'll do in the morning. That's the first time on this realm I've just clicked on a bed and able to sleep. Wow. Alright, let me grab this map back. Might even prepare for this one, so just get this one in the background there. Chuck down some more wool. Again, another cave. You want to go in the caves when we go there? Alright, but when I sit you, because there's going to be danger, you don't follow. Whew. I hope you last longer than most of my other dogs. And now I realise I'm probably going to have to cut a lot of this sort of just walking around, because I'm pretty sure that will make the video too long and you guys don't want to watch that. So what I might do is head around and plan out where the rest of these roads are going. Then I'll bring you back in and we'll do the sort of the houses and the buildings, all that together. Alright, see you in a minute. Right, so we've got our pathways kind of marked in. I kind of realise that when I get closer to the snow biome, it makes it a bit hard to tell which is snow and what is my path, but I can see it when I walk over there. I also mapped out, it's very hard to see on the map, but there's little blue dots to where the waterway should be connected over there and up there, just because they were just tedious little boring things and you guys didn't really need to see that. What we're interested in is starting to place up where are we going to build a farmland. Let's quickly head over, look at the map, and I'll explain where I'm thinking of sort of placing this. So I want the farms to sort of be roughly around up in here, so we're not going to get all of it marked in. Maybe a few over around here, maybe one small one over there, maybe one around here, sort of on the outskirts around here is where our farms are going to be. So let me get that done, and then when I bring it back in, we'll mark out where we're going to put some of our houses. This has been a lot of work. Very tedious, but it's going to be so much more rewarding when we can just jump in each episode and get started with something new. Alright, I'll bring you back. Alright, the farms have been marked out. Again, because it's a pixelated sort of thing. The map, it's not 100% sort of clear. Like, for example, these blocks down here, you can see really red, blue there, but if you look in close enough, you can sort of see where everything is. And I mean, I can see it when I'm out there in the field too, so that does help. But you can see here we've got a few small ones, a few large ones, waiting for all this open space to be cleared, going around the little piles and whatnot. And yeah, so that's, as again, this is all just really rough guidelines, just so I know what I could use this space for and have a plan, so that way it's not just sitting there and I go, what can I do? Well, I can do this. I can build a farm there and work on the roads. And yeah, so now, of course, it's about to be nighttime. We are moving on to the purple wall, which is going to be our sort of working areas. So these will be things like our enchanting setup, maybe even where we might want to put a mine shaft setup, where we'll have our farmhouse be stored and all that sort of thing. You know, so I'm thinking now I'm just going to walk around and sort of look at the land, mainly focusing up there and down here. I don't want to touch too much yet the natural village, because all of these paths, as you can see, are 3 wide, and I'm toying with the idea of having my roads being 5 wide, so a little bit wider, so some of these will have to be moved. So for the time being, I'm just going to leave the natural generated village and work around it, and then sort of start to incorporate it once I get things started to be built. So let's head over to start off with this little hillside over here where I said we could probably put an enchanting table. So if we go up here and sort of go, yep, so we could have our enchanting setup somewhere around here. Now, the enchanting hut is not going to be built to this size. It's not going to be built at all at this shape. But for this, I just want to know that this spot here is going to have a build. Probably going to have to stretch out the land a little bit and even break all this sort of loose dirt, in the way dirt, more like it. So I'll have to be doing that a lot. But yeah, so we had this one here. We also looked over here. This just sounds like trouble, and I'm out of torches at the moment, so... Oh, look, an axolotl. 2 axolotls. Hello. Is that a... There's a mob spawner. I need to get some torches for you guys to be able to see this. Alright, so let's mark out over here as a big build off because we have a mob spawner. And I think that was distractions. Let me go try and get some charcoal because I'm out of coal at the moment. Now, quick. Oh, it's a skelly spawner. Oh, nice. Wait, what was the loot? We got 2 CDs, some bones. Ooh, alright. Bone meal in a farming village? Thank you. Oh, sweet. We might even... Nope, you get away from my spawner. I'm out of torches. I don't want to explore too much further. Ah! I didn't look at you. Alright. Let's work on this next episode. Today, let's just finish marking out things. Alright, distractions aside, marked out where we've got our enchanting setup. Got a skelly spawner down there. Now we also had made up these paths. Wow, this area really didn't even get touched too much, did it? Ooh. Well, there is a pathway that could lead up here. This might be like a storage hut build. We've even got a little pond behind it. Yeah, because I'm thinking over here will be our lookout, or as we were saying, to keep an eye on our allies. So I might build some form of, I don't know, get some cool looking villages to post this guard up here. Probably even set one up over here. So we've got a few little outlooks up here. Now I'm thinking over here we might have our houses. So let's go and sleep and then just start marking out where we want those. Here, this sort of section across here is where I was thinking of having the houses, and then down here would be a bit more of where like the market area is. So we'll put a few more of the professions down there and along the water side. So today we're just going to mark out some of the housing areas around here and update the map, and we're probably going to call it a day. So let me go and mark out these houses. Oh yeah, we've got one there, one there. We need one here. Let's even try. This will test me. Let's see if I can even do. I can't even go here like that yet. Let's try and set up one of the houses to be a diagonal, so that will make me actually think, how do I build this? I'm not gonna lie, I'm not looking forward to having to do a roof on it. Ted just agreed, the roof will be a nightmare. Alright, so I think you guys can sort of get the idea of what I'm doing. I'm going to, well, plan out these a bit more, and then I'll bring you back in to show you the final map, and off our way we'll be. Whooshka! I'll be back. Now, if I've learnt anything this episode, it is that I have made the worst choice for my wall marking out for this map, because they are so hard to show up and it does not give it justice for what we're sort of, the scale of the idea of what we're doing. And now, as I said, you know, all of this sort of stuff can be moved around a little bit while actually building up the build. These are all just my blueprints and ideas. Now, I haven't touched anything down at this map yet because I want to sort of widen this river and actually make it connect down to where it is here over here. So I might do that off camera in between this episode and next episode, so that we can actually start using this space here, because I didn't spend all that time clearing it out not to use it. But yeah, so we've updated all the maps now, and we've got all of our roads marked in, our farmland, our houses, and our more work builds. We've also found a skelly spawner, which I think... Is that one? Yeah, is that one, because it's our storage area there. So that's something definitely we're going to be doing next episode, to sort of give a bit of a break of this boring work of planning it all out. And hopefully... Did I just knock a map off? I did. Let me put that back. Hopefully, we can make some use out of this and turn our skeletons into strays and get some slowness arrows. Because that might come in handy for a bit of a project I'm thinking a little bit later on. So, yeah, let's do that for next episode. And with having all of this now marked out, I know it's been a bit of a long track. But, as I said at the start, this is going to really keep our whole season on track, and we're going to know what we're going to be doing. But now is going to be the end of our first episode in our new chapter from the realm of Midgard. I really hope you've enjoyed it, and you know, as the outro plays, I'm just going to use this slow falling potion, fly around the village so you can sort of get a better view of what we've done. But if you've made it this far in the video, thank you very, very much. And until next time, bye!